All right. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever time you're following this. I know we have different people that are joining this from different time zones. So I really greet you and I welcome you to the Walk to Financial Independence by yours, Samuel Ibanda. Now, before I move into, I just want to give you a reflection and also give you the reason why we are here and why we should not be doing something else at a point in time like this. Now, one of the things that I want to share with you are things that I've really learned from my personal journey. I know I'm an accountant, but I think life has taught me more about money than even just being an accountant, okay? So why the Walk to Financial Freedom? I understand that as Uganda, we are celebrating our Independence Day just a few hours from now. And my friends, which is my second home country, that is Nigeria, they just celebrated their independence also within the same month. And we are seeing many other countries, of course, celebrate their independence. So I sat down and say that in a way to celebrate Independence Day differently this year, why don't we try to change the narrative and not only just think about independence in terms of our country, but also think about ourselves as individuals. And the question is, are we independent as we call it? So that is why I felt I should put down this webinar to teach you, to share with you, for us to reflect, to see how we can help each other to create our journeys to financial independence. And we understand what comes with being independent financially. And also we understand also the aspect that comes with depending on others financially, okay? So when I say depending on others financially, I don't necessarily mean you're asking money from another person, okay? I don't necessarily mean that. I mean, you're depending on certain sources of income that are in a way, in a way that you don't have certain level of control over them, okay? And I want to give you a personal story, and I want to start from an angle, okay? Some of you have read about my personal story, but I want to say that my life has been a life of multiple income streams. And I think I would not be where I am today, or you would not be listening to me if it was not for multiple income streams, okay? So I grew up with a father who lost his job at a point in time when we were very young, okay? And at that point in time, he was working with one of the steel manufacturing companies in Jinja. And along the way, there were some restructuring that happened in the company, and he actually lost his job. Now, he lost his job when I think I was in, primary two, okay? So at a point in time like that, that was the source of income. That was that was one of the things that was bringing in money to our home. And I want to tell you to that that was like one of the hardest moments, okay? I think for family, okay, for anyone who is employed. And I know it was not only him alone. Many other people lost their jobs during that time. And one of the things that also happened along the way is that even the termination benefits that they were supposed to get, it actually took them about the next 20 years. Actually, my late father, got his terminal benefits after over 20 years, okay? So he got them when I was even at the university, you can imagine. So they were terminated without any much terminal benefits. And here he had to find ways of how to struggle. And I'm sharing this personal information, but I believe you can be able to pick a message, one or two, and reflect it still on your life. So my father was a photographer and was very passionate about photography. And along the way, once he lost his job, one of the things that he concentrated on was his photography. And his photography would later help him create different income streams through different assets. He was able to buy different, of course, pieces of land, do a lot of construction, invested in real estate. He went ahead to start up retail shops. It went ahead to do several things that would bring him an amount of money. Now, for all that time, from primary two, I didn't see my father wake up a day to go and be employed by somebody else, okay? And for me, that as a young man, as a young boy, I think for me, it opened a lot of my eyes, even along that journey, because I knew that there was more to just earning than just a job, okay? So that was a starting point. I was watching, I was young, but I was watching. And as I get to university, my aspirations were to really work with one of the best companies in the world. But as reality comes, I didn't really make it to the best companies. And I would find myself starting my career as an intern in a local company. And at that point in time, I was earning an amount that is below 500,000, okay? And to you, you know that if somebody is earning an amount below 500,000 and they're really staying around Kampala, staying around different kind of areas here, or maybe wherever you're staying within your country, you know what it actually takes to actually survive in such circumstances, okay? So that alone created a certain kind of mind shift for me. As somebody who had learned these things growing up, I said this was the starting point for me to create other alternative sources of income to my job, because I was earning that amount of money, but I want to tell you that the bills I had, because my job was about over 10 kilometers away from where I was staying, so I had to incur transport. I had to also definitely incur other expenses that were around that would make me survive. And I also needed to advance in my education, because I knew that once I added a qualification on my papers, that would maybe bring more money for me. But that was not possible unless I had to start thinking of ways of creating multiple income streams. So that was my starting point to go ahead to create multiple income streams. So while I was doing that, I reflected about myself and said, Samuel, what do I really have that can actually bring me an extra amount of money? And that was that personal reflection, I think, was a change maker for my life. And that is the same thing that I think I'm going to ask you as one of your takeaway, is to do a personal reflection to see, what do I exactly have as an individual that can actually bring me more money? Okay. And as we're going to go, we are going to learn some of these ideas, some of these things that may seem to be far-fetched, but they're actually near us and we can actually benefit from them. Now, I know some of you do follow me, do follow the works that I do. Some of you are my clients, some of you are my students. I know I'm also a teacher. So there's a lot that myself I'm doing. And I want to say that I like the fact that I have become an inspiration to many, and many have always reached out to me to say, Samuel, how do you do it? How do you manage it? Okay. Of course, on the other side, I also have, yes, I have a very good job, but that didn't make me comfortable to think that that alone will help me to become self-reliant, okay? So, and that is why we are here. So we are here to see how can we also create income streams for ourselves. As you can see in this picture, we are seeing different, this is like money. These are coins and they represent the money. They represent the amount of money that you have. They represent the sources of income that you have, okay? So as you can see, we have different sources of income here. We have this one that is a bit high. We have this one that is a bit low. So we have small ones, okay? And what we are also seeing is that they are not only just of different sizes, but we are seeing that they have some element of growth, okay? It's not like they are they're just still. There's some level of growth that we are seeing. And the level of growth that we are seeing is that there is a tree, okay? The tree is a representative of growth, okay? Now, with having multiple income streams does not mean having maybe 100 income streams. It means having those income streams that you can have, but also making sure that they are growing every day, okay? And remember, the growth is not about just leaving it to just grow by itself. Growth is about taking action, okay? Growth is about taking action. And as we can see in this picture, we are seeing that there is a watering point that is watering these respective incomes so that they can be able to do what? So that they can be able to grow, okay? So it's the same thing that you should be thinking about your income as well, even as we continue with the conversation. What exactly are you doing on your incomes, okay? Now, just to say that this conversation is not to ask you to leave your job, okay? This conversation is saying, as you have that job, okay, how do you grow the money that you're getting from that job? And how can you also grow other alternatives? How can you use your salary to actually grow, okay? So that is what we are trying to basically do. So maybe just to so you basically know what we are here to do. Now, this conversation comes at a point in time because we know we are just, I think we're just from the second phase of COVID for Uganda. I know other countries have gone through other phases. And yes, the conversation keeps on coming, telling us that we are actually likely to go into another phase of COVID, okay? So what does that mean for you? I want to tell you that when we went through the first phase of COVID, some of us felt like we were safe, felt like, well, I'm working with an NGO and we're not likely to really close. But we've seen circumstances happening. We've seen a lot of shift that companies are responding differently on the way this phase is taking us, okay? So one of my favorite quotes from Robert Allen says that in today's uncertain economy, the safest solution to be wealthy, to be in total control and enjoy the freedom for you and your family is to have multiple streams of income, okay? Is to have multiple streams of income. So I believe that you can relate this with your life, okay? And you know you have a family, you know you have that single source of income that if we have just a small delay in that salary, then you don't survive, okay? So if that is the case for you, I believe this session is worth it and you'll really get something out of it that will open your eyes, that will make you think through about your life in a more proactive way, okay? So very important as we proceed. So just so you know, also, maybe just those that are following this session for the very first time, maybe just so you know, my name is Samuel Ibanda, and I like to describe myself as a husband. One of my first priorities, a husband to somebody. I'm married to a beautiful wife, Judith Pearl. I'm also a father to John Terry Ibanda. I'm also a mentor. I'm a coach. I think most of you know me from this angle. And then I'm also a friend to very many people. I believe many people that have joined in today, some of you are my friends. We've interacted, either we've worked together, either we've been in different places. I'm also a teacher. I do teach different things. I think one of the things that I teach accounting to my CPS students. I also teach business. I teach different things, okay? And the other is I'm a business owner, okay? And I'm an accountant. Why I ended with those two is that they somehow relate so much with you. In most cases, you find somebody is either business owner or maybe they are in a profession. Okay, so that is just what I basically do. From short profile, I'm of course, I'm a global speaker. I speak on different platforms. I've spoken in the US, I've spoken in Nigeria, I've spoken here in Uganda. I've spoken in different platforms, and for me, that gives me a lot of course, I'm humbled by the kind of impact that I'm creating outside there. Of course, I'm also a life coach, and some of my areas of interest are around business, career, and personal finance. Okay, And also one of the other things that I've also worked, like I said, I'm a professional, so I've worked with different other organizations, Alliance One, Imprint Uganda, Vodafone, Save the Children, among others, okay? And yes, I've had a very successful career also in that line. And that is one of the conversations that I'll be bringing here. Like I said, it's not just about you holding that job, but seeing how best you can actually grow within that job so that you increase your income from that job, and that income can actually be moved to another source of income, okay? So I'm also the CEO and founder of Bax Africa, and Bax Africa is basically business and career solutions Africa. We basically help professionals to start businesses as well as succeed in their careers. So that is what you may also know. I'm also the co-founder and director at Achievers Training Consultants that runs as Achievers Professional Trainers. So we are an accountancy professional training firm. We specialize so much in CPA and other short courses, okay? On the other side, of course, I'm passionate at inspiring people. And I think one of the reasons why we are part of this journey is because I have a desire to help you. I have a desire to help you open your mind, share with you my experiences, share with you what exactly I did that I think can help you and along the journey, okay? So with that, I run a Business and Career Solutions Hub, which is a 100% free mentorship platform. And there we have different professions from over 37 countries, okay? So I basically coach them and mentor in areas of course, life skills, personal finance, career development, and of course, business development, okay? So in just a summary, I want to say that my passion as an individual is to share and create impact in people's lives. And I think you are in the right place and you are with the right person, okay? So why we are here today, we are here to learn how we can create multiple income streams. And the key objectives is to learn how to, of course, create those income streams that are outside our 8 to 5 job, okay? Yeah, very important. So as we get down, I want you to just look at the screen, and on the screen we see a table. Okay, we are seeing a table here. One side we have a single stand table, and then the other side we have a full stand table. Okay, so the concept behind this table picture is to give you an idea about what exactly happens when you have a single source of income, okay? So we are saying if one leg breaks, it means that the whole table will get down. I think you've seen this, okay? And if somebody has this table in terms of their incomes, we're saying if one leg breaks, the table, of course, will wobble, but it will remain standing, okay? Now, why I brought up this picture clearly here is that we have professionals that are earning a very good income, that even when you bring this conversation, theirs is, do I really need this? I don't think I actually need this whole information because I'm earning a very good pay, and this good pay, if I'm to start again creating different income streams, means that I'm going to sabotage my work, and they really don't want to think about that direction. And when the unfortunate happens, that is when you actually have that's what you actually see. I think today I wrote an article where I say that however good paying your job could be, anytime you can lose it. And I said, even if you have that permanent contract that you have, and you see my messages to employees, my messages to people that are like you, who are employed, and I'm always there to open your eyes to tell you, stop depending on only salary. Create something that you have some level of control. Create something that you know will help you at the end of the day, okay? So that is what happens exactly. And yours should be not to have a single stand table, but always create a multi-legged table that can help you stand even the hard times, okay? There's a time when we went into the second phase. I'm one of those that actually contracted COVID. And a time like that, I was not actually working, okay? And if it was a time that maybe I was in a kind of job that required me to have the physical presence, and where my employer was not understanding, I want to tell you that I was going to lose it. Okay, I even took a lot of time to heal, but because my table was a little with different stands, I was able to survive through. Of course, even as my employer was paying me a salary, of course, the sickness brought a little increment in terms of my expenses. So I was able to survive throughout that experience because of that. So I believe you can be able to relate what I'm trying to mean. Okay, so at the end of the day, we want to create different options. We want to create option 1, create option 2, create option 3, option 5. So that in case you have that time when the employer says you don't have a salary this month because the company is not doing well, you now have option 2. If the employer says that because of the business performance, we are cutting your salary by half, you have another option. Okay, so like that. So life should be about options for you, even in your finances. Okay, you shouldn't just say, if that job goes, I don't have rent, my family cannot feed, then the only option I have is to go back to the village. Okay, that should not be you. So you have to think about how can you create different options. Okay, yeah. So enough of talking about why you need this. Now I want to now get down into what exactly you should be thinking about, and what are the different sources of income that should now be coming. Now, as you can see on my screen, this is a circle, and this circle is divided in 4 portions. Okay, so we have what we call the self-employed. Okay, just in the first column there, we have the employed, and then we have the business owner, the owner of the business, and then we have the investor. Okay, now this is a summary of what you should be looking at. Okay, this is a summary of what you should be looking at. I usually like the fact that you should have, at least you should have a source of income in each of these. Okay? And by this I mean you should at least be an investor somewhere. Okay, by investing means you either have shares, okay, in somebody's business. Okay, it could be shares, could be interest, whatever it could be. Okay, but at least have something that you know that every day when that business moves, when that business succeeds, you're also earning. Okay, and we have, for example, at a time like this, the world is moving very fast and we have different opportunities. I think recently we had MTN announce that they will actually be doing what? They will be listing 20% of their shares. I know we have some people who are part of this call and they're like, I think that is not for me. That seems to be at another level for me. And because you think about yourself as a low kind of person who is not for this, okay? And some of these shares, by the way, you get to see that the share for MTN may not even go beyond 10,000, okay? So yours is to think and see, can I really not get some shares? Okay, I know, of course, those that have high amounts benefit much more, but you know, on the journey to financial independence, it's not like a marathon that we have to make sure that you start with, let's say, 50 million, 20 million, or whatever it is. I think for you, you need to start with the little you have. Okay, and you keep on building it. You keep on building it, and you keep on trying. Of course, we have an element of risk, which is very important that you need to take also into consideration of risk. Of course, one of the things that you need to think about as an investor, don't invest in something you don't understand. Okay, that is a principle. Don't invest in something that you don't understand. And with that in mind, yours is to make sure that you're doing a due diligence on whatever you put your money. Okay, now all these sources of income that we are talking about are sometimes one feeds into the other. Okay, because right now you're earning a salary, and that salary, yours is to say, I'm saving it. So you're saving it. Some of you are saving this on different bank accounts, but yours is to ask yourself, how much is my money bringing in, what I'm saving. And we all know what happens with when you have redundant money listed on the bank account. We know that if you have this amount of money and anything just happens, unfortunately, it doesn't take you even a minute to spend over 4 million, spend over 5 million, even spend over 10 million, because you have it. It's in easy reach. But when you now transform from just saving and say, I'm now going to invest my money, then you know that my money is making more money, okay? And one of the other things when it comes to, let's say, being an investor, it's not just about the aspect of saying you're doing the direct investing. These days we have what we call the unit trusts, okay? The unit trusts, and these unit trusts, of course, it's a pooled fund. These are run by insurance companies that get different people, put their money together and are able to invest in things like, let's say, treasury bills, in things like, let's say, bonds, okay? Even they go ahead to invest things in like real estate based on how long you want to keep your money with them. So yours is to think about in what ways can I invest, okay? Like for example, right now, and what the return to investment, why we are calling it an income is, it's a passive income. When somebody says passive income, means you don't need to physically be part to actually see this money, let's say, transform this money into profits. There's somebody who is doing it for you. All they are doing is get the money, invest it, and it keeps on bringing interest. At the end of the day, your money keeps on growing. So other than keeping it on the bank account, you know there's some amount of income that comes in. Now, one of the things that I also, like we saw the picture of the table, even if it's a small interest that you're earning on amount of money, it's okay, okay? It's okay, and it's better than you just not earning anything, okay? And also just having that money where it is losing value and it's not bringing an amount of money at the end of the day. So it's very important that you think in that direction. How can I invest my money? Am I going to invest maybe in shares directly as a direct investor? Or am I going now to invest, let's say, in treasury bills and bonds? By the way, investing in treasury bills and bonds is no longer something that is complicated. Just work with your bank, okay, and tell them, I need to invest in this. They'll help you open, of course, open a given account that can help you be able to invest. And some of these also don't require a lot of amount of money for you to start, okay? With just your 500,000 shillings, you can start, okay, to be able to invest. And at the end of the day, it comes with some income that you can survive on. Of course, the other thing that you also need to think about, of course, when it comes to investment, like I talked about, they could be shares, but you could also invest in another person's business that may not be so much structured that this is listed on the stock exchange. There are people that have very good ideas that you can sit down and agree together and say, I may not be involved in your business, but I would love to invest in your business. And then we can share the profits. And these guys are brilliant. These guys are committed. They are hardworking. And I want to tell you that at the end of the day, you benefit. It's a win-win. At the end of the day, of course, there could be risks. Like I said, make sure that you know the risk of what is coming, okay? I know these days there are many investment portfolios, and somebody will tell you, invest in crypto, invest in Bitcoin. I usually get a lot of messages that come in that direction. But one of the things I want to tell you is that crypto is good, but never invest in something that you don't understand. Take your time to understand, and don't put your money, because it's a volatile investment unit. You don't want to put or hold your money into such an element. You can try your maybe with a small amount of money, but don't put a lot of money in there. Myself, I've lost money in certain things like this, and that was several years back. But I want to tell you that from that, I learned the lesson. I don't put money in anything that I don't. I better put money in something that I believe is regulated, okay? For example, the unit trusts are regulated, okay, by the Capital Market Authority, okay? All these banks that that also work as intermediaries are regulated by Bank of Uganda, okay? Bank of Uganda itself, when it issues the treasury bills and bonds, you're covered up because this is a government instrument, okay? So you don't have to really think very much, okay? So it's very important that you think about that direction of investment. At least have an investment as yourself. And the same thing also, one of the other things that you need to think about is own a business, okay? I think about 2 days I ran a poll on LinkedIn, and I was trying to ask people about the different alternatives to their sources of income, just in case salary goes. And I actually gave about 4 things. So I gave a side business, I gave property income, okay? I did side business, I did property income. The other was talent, okay? And then the other was consultancy, okay? And over 65% of the respondents indicated that most of their sources of income is actually coming from owning a business. Now, I know most of us are part of this call and you're like, owning a business, this is really not easy. But I want to tell you that everything that is not easy is actually rewarding. And that's actually how life is. Whatever thing you think is hard is actually other people who have taken the extra step to go for it are actually benefiting from it. Myself, I'm an employee. And those that know me, I work from 8 to 5. And the rest of my time, I'm actually making money. Even this conversation that we are having right now, I'm not having it in my work time. And that's why you also need to think about this aspect and see what exactly can I use my time for, okay? Can I start a business? And business does not mean that you're just starting this business maybe alone. You could start alone if you feel you have the time on you and you can easily manage this. You can either employ somebody, have somebody who is employed to run this. Of course, you put also the different controls to see how this business can run. Of course, we know many people have lost money within businesses that they have started because they have employed either relatives or and so on. But yours is to keep trying and keep finding better ways, because as you say that business is not possible for me, other people are running businesses and they are doing this on the side and it's actually bringing them an amount of money. And in this era and age where we have a lot of technology growing, we have a lot of opportunities that you can actually be able to leverage on these technologies to actually run your small business. However, even if you're just selling and say, for me, I'm selling rice. I'm getting this rice, for example, from one district, maybe in Montumba, and I'm packing it in small bags, and I'm circulating it all around. I already have, let's say, five families that buy from me on a monthly basis. They take a given number of kgs, and you keep delivering this either by your car or using this border guy, and you're running this business. There are many ideas that you can really think about when it comes to business, okay? So I want you to embrace the business, however small your business could be. Have something you sell, okay? Have something you sell. Sometimes I'm on social media and they say, it's an open market, please sell something in the comment section. And you think yours is just go through and see what people are selling. You just ask yourself, can I sell something, okay? Every time you're on your WhatsApp and there are lots of people that are sharing lots of things on their WhatsApp status, you just ask yourself, is there anything that I can actually also share on the WhatsApp status and people are able to buy from me, okay? Those that follow me or those that are part of my WhatsApp contacts, you know that most of my things I sell them through my WhatsApp. I just put up it there because I know the people that I have within my contact. I know the need, okay? So I'm there to solve their need. So yours is to do the same thing. And you don't have to do business at a larger stage, maybe level. You don't have to say, I'm going now to register my business, I'm going to open a shop, I'm going to buy rent, I'm going to buy, let's say, furniture and so on. Start small. Start with that small thing. It could be a product that you maybe want to sell. Either you're making it or either you're buying and reselling it, okay? And it could also be around, let's say, it could also be something like a service. And this service could come from your skill. It could come from you, or let's say, it would come also from, let's say, your passion as well. And you create a service. Myself, I'm a coach and I'm a mentor. And this is something that I do with love, but then I'm paid by other people to come to my sessions. And of course, some other people pay me to have the conversations with me, okay? Not only that, I'm an accountant. And over time, I've learned more about accounting and taxes. And right now, I have clients that pay me to help them with accounting for their business, as well as helping them with the taxes. Now, what exactly do you sell to the world? Other than you just having that job in this quadrant of employed, what exactly are you doing with the skill, with the talent you have, with the opportunities, with the market you have? And one of the greatest source of business for you is your own frustration. Have you ever been in circumstances where you look for, let's say, you look for something around your area and you can't find it? And you know that there are hundreds of other people that are looking for the same thing. Why not offer a service? There are many things that you can basically do. And as we continue, I'll be able to share some of this with you, okay? So, and that is what is coming in here, okay? And then now your employment. Now, employment, of course, in itself, it could be either you're in that job. You could also take in the second job. I think it's, I don't know why in Africa or in Uganda, we have been told that we should only have one job. We find in many people in the Western world have more than one job. And this is something that they have gained comfort in doing. I know that maybe 8 to 5, I'm doing this job. And then after my evenings, maybe I'm going to serve. I'm a waiter somewhere, or I'm part of a band. I go and sing. Maybe I'm part of whatever platform you own. For example, I'm a teacher. After this, I'm able to go and teach, okay? I go and lecture other people, and that brings an amount of money. And all the time that you have on you is your weekends and evenings. You can be able to create a lot of value that people can be able to pay. And many people are looking, there are organizations that cannot hire you as a full-time, but they are ready to work within your terms to say, we are going to pay you, let's say, every weekend, you come in once less in a month, or they even send you some of these documents, you work on them in the night. Of course, one of the things that we need to understand here is that when you're creating sources of income, there's a lot of sacrifice that you're going to make along your journey. It's not going to be just a walk in the park. It is something that requires you to take necessary steps, build every day, and see how you can actually attain that level of income, okay? And all this that you're doing it in the years when you're still young. Guys, you know very well that after all this is gone, you have over, let's say, over 30 years, 50 years to live when you're not working. So you always ask yourself, how will I survive during this time, okay? So it's very important. And then, of course, self-employed, which is just similar to employed. Self-employed is more about using your profession, okay, to be able to serve other people. For example, like I said, I'm an accountant. I can say offer accounting services. I can run an audit firm or an accounting firm that offers other people services. So you have that experience that you've gotten from your job that you can actually start a self-employment kind of opportunity that can earn you some amount of money, okay? So this is very important. Just maybe to expound on the this quadrant, so you know, is for employee, basically what you do is you have a job, okay? For self-employed, you basically own the job, okay? And when it comes to financial independence, all we are saying is you should own the job. You should at least own something that you know that for this thing, no one can terminate my contract. At least I own, I'm the boss, okay? It's very good. And when it comes to investment, here money is working for you. You are an investor. Just your money is bringing more money. You don't need to be there. You just sleep and you just get a credit alert. Somebody has been able to pay, okay? And then for the business owner, of course, you own the system. You know that this product is produced like this. You take it to the market, and it, at the end of the day, brings you a profit. You get it. So find ways of how to juggle around this quadrant and create something that, of course, will reduce on the risk of just depending on just having a single table stand. Okay. Yeah. So why need to create multiple income streams? Of course, to boost your salary pay. I think some of you are earning a very low salary, so it's very good that you think about that direction. Create an insurance for the future that is not certain. We don't know if we might go to the 5th phase of COVID, or 3rd phase, whatever it is, or another pandemic might come up. Just start creating something that helps you remain in position, remain in somewhere where you know that even if circumstances happen, okay? I'll give you an example myself. Right now, if I don't have a job, I can survive. Okay, even when they are salary delays. And one of the things that helped me do that is I now put my mind off the salary to say that, okay, if that salary has come through, I should not be going on the first of the month to withdraw it, or I should not be asking the person who pays when are they actually paying it. Mine is to make sure that when that salary comes, I'm able to invest it or save whatever I'm saving. And at the end of the day, I'm able to and put my focus on finding better ways of how to get money. Okay. And with that, what it has helped me that I've reached a point in time where the money that I'm able to collect through my side gigs is able to sustain me. Okay. So I'm able to cushion myself and say I'm on the journey to financial independence. So it's the same thing for you as well. And then also you need to be able to attain, of course, a happy life for yourself as well as for your family. Most of us could be either married or aspiring to be married, could be parents or aspiring to be parents. You need to take your children to the right schools. You need to take your children to at least better hospitals when they are sick. You need to create a life for your children. I just wrote something saying that you came from, let's say, maybe a humble background, as people call it, but you don't want your children to, and your grandchildren to use the same narrative. Create a better way for them to say, I really had a very good, maybe life with my parents, maybe this and this happened, okay? But create something that your children will be proud about. When your child wants to go for maybe a trip, they shouldn't be afraid. When you have a good school that you want to take your child to, it shouldn't be about money. It should be about maybe other choices, okay? So that is what multiple income streams help you, as well as they also help you to prepare, of course, for retirement. Like I said, we are not working forever. Ours is to know that we are working, but after some point in time, we'll actually cross to retirement. And when we cross to retirement, I think most people are really suffering when it comes to retirement. Yes, we have the NSSF money, but as this money comes, if you're not used to creating alternative income streams, I want to tell you that you get to a point in time where you cannot earn more. You have maybe different assets, okay? You're asset rich, but you're cash poor, like it is said. You have land, you have different things, but you're not getting money. And this is where people start what they call the black tax. You start depending on your children. Now, just look at your little children right now and think about yourself that if you grow up, you want to be calling them to support you with different incomes, okay? So you need to open your mind and see, what exactly can I create to help me that when I get to my retirement, I have that some level of control that I don't have to, let's say, call my children to help me, of course, do what? To survive. And then, of course, lastly, the other is to attain freedom. Who doesn't want to be their own boss? Who doesn't want to wake up in the morning? I know that you don't have to go through the hassle of finding yourself into that job, or if you're working up country, going maybe that very far, or finding yourself in circumstances where even when you're unwell, when you explain this to somebody will not understand. They will expect you to be at work. So once we create our multiple income streams, you can even reach a point in time and say, it's over for me with this job. I can now survive on alternative sources of income. And like we are saying, being your own boss means that you have some level of control on how you're surviving as an individual, to know that if all goes bad, maybe, being your boss can either, you can initiate it as yourself, or even you can be pushed into actually going into retirement. So before that exactly happens, yours is to see, what exactly can I do? So it's very important that you think about that line, okay? So this is just a picture of what a happy life would really look like for you when you're actually on that journey, okay? It looks good. Your children are going to school, have a happy family, able to attain those life ambitions of marrying the person that you want, wedding them, going for holiday, being able to retire happily, and being able to acquire some of these assets that really help you in your life, okay? Yeah. So I want to share, I usually share more about side hustle ideas. Now, those that understand what a side hustle is, I know the word hustle sometimes makes some people uncomfortable, but this is basically a side income idea, okay? Something that you can do on the side and be able to generate some amount of money. So I usually share these 4 things that you can actually do to earn some amount of money. And I usually look at profession, and basically this is something that I do as an individual, and these are the sources of income that I usually leverage on. So this is a profession. Like I told you, my profession is I'm an accountant, and from that I've been able to help other companies manage their accounting as well as taxes. So you too, you could be, for example, an engineer, so you can help, let's say, other people who want to construct their houses. Or you could be, let's say, maybe an electrical engineer who sets up something that can help other people connect those different, maybe electrical appliances. So whatever your profession is, that should be your starting point, even as we go through this. And then, of course, the other is your passion. Now, one of the things that I've really benefited from is my passion. Myself, I think I love inspiring. I love talking to people. I love teaching. And I want to tell you that I can talk, teach, and teach without even getting tired. Now, yours is transform this passion into an amount of into an income stream to say, this is my passion. This is what I love doing. How can I actually earn from it? Okay. So for example, myself, my passion is in speaking, inspiring others. I'm able to create courses out of it because people would love to learn more. So for me to create more time for them, I create these courses and they're able to jump in. I'm able to help them in the different journeys that they actually aspiring. Some of you are part of this call. We just finished our career mentorship training, and many people have been impacted through this because I have passion in inspiring and helping other people. Using my story, I've succeeded within my career. Some of you must have read one of my featured stories in the Daily Monitor. I think that was last week, where I was trying to speak about how I was able to grow. And based on that, I know that that is something that I've really understood how it is managed, how I'm able to grow, and I'm able to use the same knowledge to share with others. And I charge them a very small amount of money to see that I'm also increasing my income, but at the end of the day, they're also benefiting from me. One of the standard things that you need to understand on this journey is create value, okay? Create value. And by value means do something for somebody that they can benefit from and they will be willing to pay you, okay? So yours to think, what value can I create? It's not about just making money, having this mindset of, I want to make money, I want to make money. Every day think about how can I create value in people's lives and how can they benefit from what I'm doing. So it's very important. And then of course, the other is skill. Now we have many skills, and these skills you could have gained them before, or you could actually aspire and gain them. The world has several things. For example, right now we have the digital marketing skills. Many businesses are going online. Somebody can actually learn these skills and they find themselves into this area. I give you an example of my late father, who was a photographer. He gained this skill over time and he was able to earn a lot of amount of money from it. And they're outside there. And it also comes to, even as you, even public speaking, as I'm speaking here, it's a skill. It's not something that I just woke up and I started doing. Some of you may know, some of you, we studied together and maybe we've worked together. And when you listen to the Samuel of today, you can easily relate that this is not a Samuel you used to listen to previously, because it's been a transformation for me. I picked on this skill because I knew it would actually help me in creating alternative sources of income, and I've built it over time to become who I am today. So yours is to also look around and say, do I have passion in fashion? Should I learn some fashion and design? Do I have passion in, let's say, photography? Should I learn photography? Am I learning graphic designing? Am I learning maybe public speaking? Am I learning writing? What am I really learning that is on the market that I can transform it and offer value to other people and be able to earn from it? It's very important for you, okay? So that is very important. And then when it comes to solution, now, in all these that we are doing, the profession, the passion, the skill, is all about creating a solution, okay? Remember, people pay for you to solve their problem. People have pain points, okay? For example, you have this pain point of creating alternative sources of income. If you were to come for this session and I'd say that you paid 20,000 for it, Some of you would pay for it because you really need the information. So yours is also look around and say, what solution am I creating? And this would not just be part of, let's say, profession, passion, or skill. Look at even a product and say, what is that people are lacking in my area? What is that people are lacking within my network? What exactly can I create? Okay, and then you're able to build on from there. I have my wife runs a kids store. Some of you know it. It's Paula and Terry Kids Store. And what she basically does is she's able to source for some of these good clothes for mothers, for their children, and they're able to reach out to her, and she's able to earn from that. She's able to sell those clothes. It meets the solution of the mothers, but at the end of the day, she's earning out of it. So that is what happens when it comes to the solution. Find something that you can solve and other people will pay it, either through service or either through product, okay? So that is very important for us. So just a snapshot on what a side hustle will look like. As you can see, this lady is it's in her farm, maybe this is a pottery, okay? This guy is a painter. He's getting more out from his skill. This person is running a retail shop, and she's very happy, as you can see. A lady right here is she's an online business owner, and she's able to interact with some of the clients online, whatever she's doing, either she's a graphic designer, either she's a writer, whatever she's doing, she's able to make money out of it. Right here, I'm an accountant, like you've seen, is one of the things that I do, help other companies. I'm able to go there, help them, either it's one day and they pay me an amount of money, okay? Right here, I'm speaking to other people. I'm able to share my knowledge that I have learned over time, that you too have some knowledge that you can actually share to the world, and the world will pay for it, okay? There's a lot of potential in information businesses. People want to know, either you have a skill in maybe in medicine, you have a skill in let's say monitoring and evaluation, you have a skill in whatever you have, skill that you have, you can actually sell it to the world. And I have something very special that I'll be just speaking about just shortly as we finish this session. I have an upcoming program that I would love you to join, just in case you want to take this to another level. You know, we can come and have the conversation, but what helps you much is taking the bold step, okay? Is taking the bold step to start, okay? Yeah. So as you can see, this other gentleman is making sweaters. That is also a skill learned. These are rentals. Some of you may have limited time, but you can create, you can save, maybe invest in rentals, okay? These ones are running a band. They are making money. It's a party and they are able to serve. And this gentleman here is driving his car. This could be a Uber car, okay? Whatever it is, but at the end of the day, he's creating value. He's solving a problem for other people and is able to earn an amount of money, okay? Yeah. So that is what I can say about this. And as we finish the session, there are key things that you need to take into consideration as you build on your journey. And this could be also your takeaway from this session that are very key on your journey to creating multiple income streams, okay? And what I want to start with, we're about to finish, don't worry. What I want to start with is the personal branding, okay? Now, personal brand is about what others say about you in a room that you're not part of, okay? I think most of you know that most of the critical decisions about your life are made in a room where you're not, okay? And what that means is somebody will make a decision to buy from you when you're not there. Somebody will make a decision to hire you when you're not there. Somebody will make a decision to either be part of your training, to buy maybe a service from you when you're not in that place, okay? And I think we've had people referring other people to say, Samuel is good, he can actually do this. For example, right now, I'm actually going to do, I'm a business coach on one of the programs by the Entrepreneurship Institute of Africa. And it's a very long time friend who was able to reach out to me and say, Samuel, I've seen a lot of value that you share online, especially around the area of business. And we have this program that is coming up. It is funded by some global donor. I will not speak about so much about it. And it says that you can actually be a business coach as part of it. So I was chosen to be the 3 business coaches that are on this program. And for me alone, it has been come up because of my personal brand. So you just ask yourself, what kind of brand are you creating? And this brand could be within your networks. This brand could also be online. Okay, we live in a digital age. Most of you have joined in this class because maybe you found this thing online. So you just ask yourself, what will really drive somebody to come and buy from me? I usually get many people who sell things within the comment sections of different posts. And the first thing you do is to first go through this person's timeline to see, does this person sell some of these things on their timeline? And you actually realize that they don't have some of these things even on their timeline. Now, with personal branding, you're not branding yourself rightly. And that's the reason why you're not selling, because you need people to trust you. If today I gave you an offer and said, I have, let's say, this training coming up, some of you would jump on it because you have studied me for a long period of time. I didn't just start doing this thing maybe last year. I've done this thing for the last 10 years plus, okay? And this has been a journey as well. So what kind of brand are you creating? Because this brand also, even at your workplace, this brand can either lift you or ruin you. Okay, because when it comes to promotions, most of my promotions that I've earned from my workplace have come because of my personal brand. There is somebody who can confidently be in that room and say, Samuel is good. Samuel is the guy we are looking out for. Okay, and you know what that helps you is, at the end of the day, it's increasing your income. Okay, somebody is giving you opportunity. Somebody is saying, we need to hire this guy. We need to take on this guy's service. We need to take on maybe this person's, let's say we need to be part of their training. Okay, so build your personal brand. And this is just something that you need to basically look at when it comes to building your personal brand. I'll share these slides for you so you can be able to learn more about how to build your personal brand. But I also have an upcoming program where you'll be able to see what you can do to grow your personal brand. But the fastest thing that you should be thinking about right now is just try to Google your name. That can give you a picture of how your online personal brand looks like. And also the other things is just find other people and get honest feedback from them. Ask them, what do people say about you? What do people say about you when you're not around? It's not about you saying you want to implicate people, but you want to know, what is your value like? Okay, what is your value? Can people recommend you for other things? So that should be something for you. Some of you, I think, follow me through the LinkedIn platform. I think I made about 12,000 followers right there. And one of the things that have really learned, especially when it comes to LinkedIn, any professional who is aspiring to grow in their career, or aspiring to see how they can even benefit from earning from their knowledge, they need to adopt the LinkedIn. Okay, you need to use these platforms not only just to keep there and read and see what is exactly happening. Use this to reflect and see, how are people able to make money from these platforms, and how can I create my brand to be able to attract this kind of amount of money that other people are able to benefit. So very important there. And then the other is personal development. Okay, now the greatest investment that you can make to yourself is investing in yourself. Okay, invest in yourself every day. Invest in yourself. And doesn't mean, when I say invest in yourself, I don't mean pick money and go and, yes, that is part of investment in yourself, but find better ways of how to improve yourself every day. We have weaknesses that we can improve. We have aspirations that we can. One of the things that I usually say, if you have an idea, you have a business idea, every day see how you can learn more about that. If you have maybe interest in fashion, yours is every day to learn more about fashion, so that at the end of the day, you're becoming better every day. You're not just remaining in the same position, but you're learning every day. If you're an accountant, or if you, whatever profession you are in, see, how can I make money from this? Find, just even Google it. Personal development is just even from just near you as much as Google. Just try to Google some of the things that you learn. You can even go to YouTube, learn some of these things. I currently run a YouTube channel. It's called Samuel Ibanda. You can find it. And you find that there's a lot of value that I share. I have over 40 videos there to help you, to give you an insight into where the journey that you want to go to. So find ways of how to develop yourself and grow every day. Where you can take a course, take it, okay? Where you can, let's say, be part of mentorship, be part of it, where you can find a coach. Find there. Everyone needs a coach. I think most times we think it's only footballers that need coaches, but everyone needs a coach. Everyone needs support. Okay, so you don't want to struggle alone. Find a group that you can be part, a group that you think resonates right with you. I said I run Business and Career Solutions Hub Africa. We have over now, I think about 2,400 people that are part of this. They are learning, they are growing. There are people who are sharing a lot of knowledge. We hold webinars, people are able to learn. Find a way that you can learn. Remember, the more you learn, the more you earn. And that's why you see the word learn and earn, the difference is just the L, okay? So if you want to earn more, learn as much as you can, okay? Become better every day. And the more you become better, the more value you attract, the more people will be attracted to you to take on that service, to take on that, let's say, give you that job, open for you an opportunity. And every day, I believe that you can actually get there, okay? Yeah. And then, of course, the other is people. I already spoke about the aspect of people. Now, you need to have the right people in your network, okay? People that will put you ahead, people that will recommend you, people that will be in that room and say, this opportunity needs to be, let's say, for Bonnie, or needs to be for this person. Now, some people want to work alone. People want to just confine themselves on their idea and they don't want to connect with people. There's a lot of value when it comes to network. Some of you are part of this because of you're part of my network, okay? And I've attracted you around me because I know that you're valuable enough to be able to work with me on the journey that I'm aspiring for. So find the right people in your network. If, for example, you want to, let's say, I've used a lot of fashion, maybe you want to enter into baking. There's a Facebook group, it's called, I think, Cake Shop, okay? Cake Shop Uganda, or whatever it is, but there are different groups, even on social media, that have people who resonate with the same mindset, who want to go to the same destination just like you. Get there and see how you can basically learn from them. Don't struggle. Some of the things that you feel figuring out alone, other people have made mistakes in them and have come out much stronger. So why really struggle a lot when there are other people that can help you become who you want to be, okay? So that is very important. And then, of course, the other that I want us to think about here is purpose. Now, one of the things that I've really come to realize is if you find something that gives you meaning to your life, it's something that will be able to bring even more money to you, okay? If you find something that you can do even without being paid, it is something that, and some other people can actually maybe in the future even pay for it. It's something that you need to also think about, okay? Don't just think about profession, maybe skill, solution, and maybe whatever it could be. Think about your purpose as well. By the way, you can actually earn from your purpose, okay? For example, I take my purpose to be to help professionals, working professionals be able to start and run, of course, successful businesses without having to resign from their jobs. And that is something, that's why I keep on posting those articles. And those are things that I really do with love. I do with love. So find purpose, find love in what you do, be involved, fall in love, okay? And this is not only just falling in love with just the things that you have passion for, but even your job itself. Find a purpose in your job. Why are you doing whatever you're doing? Why do you wake up every day to go to work? Find love in whatever you're doing. Find something that pushes you, because at the end of the day, this journey of creating multiple income streams is not a journey that I'm telling you that I don't want to act like more of a motivational speaker that at the end of this, tomorrow your account will just grow big. What I'm telling you is that this journey may be hard in its own, but find meaning in doing whatever you're doing. You're not just opening up a business to sell and sell, but find a meaning. And actually businesses that have started with this idea of meaning have been able to thrive. People buy not because they just buy, but because they believe in your story. You could have started something maybe to help women. And at the end of the day, people are buying into your story. So find a purpose, find something that you know that resonates with your life, that you can sell to the world. And I want to tell you that you'll be able to create a lot of money for yourself, okay, that can help take care of you and your family, okay? Yeah. And then, of course, lastly is prayer. And right here, I can speak whatever I can speak, But at the end of the day, I want to tell you that above all, God takes lead, okay? And I don't want to sound a preacher here, but I want to tell you that in your journey to creating multiple income streams, have God at the center of everything, okay? If you don't believe in God, I'm sorry, but for me, this has worked for me, and I can't finish this session without really sharing about this and how it has helped me on this journey. So make sure that every day you're connecting with God and you listening to him, what exactly he's saying to you, and you pray about those businesses you're running, you pray about your investments, because at the end of the day, it helps you make even the right decisions, because God is able to reveal some of these things to you at the end of the day. So very important. So I've just felt, so if you realize all this advice was starting with the word P, okay? So we had personal branding, we had personal development, we had people, we had purpose, and then we had prayer. I usually call these my 5 P's of success in life. These are the P's that have tried to hold on to. They're my pillars of success, okay? And they've been able to help me, even for the businesses that I run, even for whatever I do. These are the pillars that are holding. So whatever you're thinking about, never forget about these pillars, okay? Because that is what can really help you, okay? So very important. So I want to, if we have any questions, just make sure that you put them in the comment section here, in the chat box. If you're watching this from Facebook, you can use the comment section. Just include some of those different questions, and then I'll be able to answer them even as I proceed. We're about to finish, so don't get worried. I know some of you feel this is long, but I believe we are learning. And I usually don't just like to come here, do a 5-minute, and you're gone, and you can't tell how to figure this out. That is why I've gone ahead to labor to explain more about this, to see how this can help you, okay? Yeah, so it's very important for you to proceed. So one of the other things that I want now, I have an upcoming program, okay? And I want to offer you more support, okay? To some of you have been part of my programs, and you know that if just as you've been part of this has been to open your eyes, but I want now us to get down into the action, okay? I want us to take action to see what exactly can we do to actually create multiple income streams, to see how we can become much better. This is life. We can't wait any longer. We are, for example, 2 months to the end of the year. I know they could be 3 months to you, but as long as we've entered October, I know we have November and December, okay? And of course, we have to see how can we enter 2022 stronger, okay? And so I have this mentorship that I want to work with you in these next 2 months, okay? In these next 2 months, and by these next 2 months, I mean we are starting, okay, mid-October, and we are jumping into November. By the time we jump to November, December, we should be launching. December, we should be doing something that even when you're doing your financial plan for the start of the year, okay, you have something that you actually know that this year my life is going to be different, okay? It's not going to be just like the way it has always been. This year my life is a bit different, okay? So that is what I really want to really you to learn. So just so you know, the questions are coming in. Thanks so much for the questions. Somebody says interesting session. I wanted your WhatsApp number. My WhatsApp number, let me just put it here so I don't forget. 256 70 380 3255. 256 70 380 3255. So that is basically what my WhatsApp number is. I've shared it in the chat box, okay? But you can, I can also share it on the Facebook page where we are streaming this live, okay? Yeah. So what is it in this program? Basically, we're going to have a 5 days practical training, okay? It's a 2 months program, but within a 2 months program, we're going to have, of course, we're going to have a 5 days training, okay? And this 5 days training, we're going to have, I'm not going to overwhelm you with some of these trainings. We're going to have 1 training per week, okay? one training per week for the first. And then we shall use the rest of the month for us to have, we're going to have, I'm going to hold a one-on-one mentorship or coaching session with each one of you, okay? Where you're able to get to Zoom with me, able to tell me about your scenario, able to ask me questions and see how I can help you, okay? It will be a one-to-one where you're not in a group. So after the training, we shall have the one-on-one where we book an appointment, able to go through your journey, and I'm able to help you at the end of the day. So the value is this. You're not paying this amount of value. I'm just giving you the value that you're able to get from that. Okay. So these are some of the things that you'll be able to learn through the training. So you'll be able to know how to start a business even with zero capital. I'm going to teach you how to, and of course, I've started businesses with zero capital, so I'm going to teach you. I know people. One time I ran a poll and everyone said, I think I don't have capital to start. Now I'm going to open your eyes in this training on how you can actually start a business with zero capital to leverage on what you have, okay, to be able to earn amount of money. The other will be how to become a consultant and sell your knowledge, basically what you know. Now, I know some of you could be in different professionals, but you think that you can actually earn money from your knowledge, okay? Your experience, you could have 10 years of 15 years experience that you have gained, and you can offer this to the world and they can be able to pay you, okay? And then the other is, I'm going to teach you how to use your passion or talent to increase your income. Some of you have great talents that you can leverage on to be able to earn an amount of money. And then I'll also be able to teach you how to grow your personal brand, okay, and that of your business online. Now, some of you that follow me online know very well that I have grown a very strong brand online, and that can also help you as well to be able to benefit from that. And then, of course, lastly, I don't just want to teach you how to make money, but I want to teach you how to manage your money, okay? So you'll be able to go through my training on how to manage your personal finances and grow your finance. And we are going to do this one per each week, okay? And this thing will not overwhelm you even when you're busy and you cannot attend some of these sessions. These sessions will be recorded. You're going to be part of a group where we're going to offer you a lot of value. And at the end of the day, you're able to benefit from, okay? I'm going to also give you a bonus, like I said, a one-to-one coaching session and mentoring session where I'm able to take you through, we're able to look at your life. I know we have different dynamics currently. So I'm able to take you through on that, and then that helps you. And then you have an accountability group, people who are on the same journey just as you, okay, that can give you their experiences. You'll be able to post something and then they're able to help you. So you can see there's a lot of value that you're going to get from this. And then, of course, I also give you business tools and reading materials that can really help you and take you forward, okay? Doesn't that sound to be good, okay? So, of course, those that have been part of my teaching sessions, and you can attest even from what you've been part of this, you can know that I bring in practical examples. I don't just want to inspire you and speak about ABCD, but I'm able to bring in all those inspirational things and practical things that you can exactly do. I think after the 2 months, I actually want to have most of you actually have at least an additional source of income, just minimum of one, but at least you can have 2 or can have 3, because I'm going to share a lot of information of what I've exactly done to actually get there. I'll share with you the whole system that has helped me to get where I am today, okay? That sounds to be good. So these are my contacts, which I'll be, you can basically use, okay? Now, this program is only going for, this program goes for 200,000, okay? This program goes for 200,000, but for those that are part of this session, I'm going to give you a discount, okay? I'm going to give you a discount, and you only need to pay 100,000, okay? You only need to pay 100,000 for this program. And this 100,000 is being paid in 2 installments. You're paying 100,000. Now, if I'm just look at the training alone for what I have here, this that I have, you're actually paying 20,000 for each of this training. Doesn't that sound to be good? But in addition to this, I'm giving you a one-to-one mentorship session, 1 hour. Some people who have been part of my sessions know that I don't charge an amount below 100,000 to have me for 1 hour, okay? But I'm giving you this because I understand the circumstances, I understand the conditions we are in, and I believe that I can be of help to you, okay? So that is what exactly. So only 100,000 to you that are following this session, and after 24 hours, this value will go back to 200,000, okay? Just in case you reach out to me and you want to be part of this program, it will actually get back to 200,000. So I'm giving you this offer so you can be able to join in. The reason why I do it is not just because I want to make money. Of course, this is my alternative source of making money, but I want to give you more time because I'm a very busy person. Some of you know it. I'm a very busy person. So for me to create time for you and offer you value, you must actually put something to it, okay? And there's also a lot of power when you invest something. This is what I've been talking about, the personal development. You need to invest in something that can actually better you as an individual, and you cannot figure it out alone. There are people who have gone through the same journey that you're aspiring for that can help you to actually get there. So why not jump onto the bus so we can be able to go through all these aspects? So very important. So all these values that you're going to get and all this information, I want to tell you that it's going to be something that is very beneficial, okay? I already shared my contact. Now, to those that would like to already jump onto the program, because one of the other things is I have a limited number. I'm only looking at 20 people because I don't want to overwhelm myself, but also I want to give the best to people. So I'm looking at 20 people, okay? And those that I'm going to do first come, first serve basis. And basically what you need to do is I'll just share my contact. I shared my WhatsApp. My WhatsApp is 256. My WhatsApp is 256. Just a moment. 256 70 080 3255. Okay, that is my WhatsApp. And you can also use that to make the payment. Okay, and then I'll share my MTN, which you can also use to make the payment. To those that are following this from other countries, I also have a Visa payment option. So you can be able to reach out to me and I'll be able to give you that Visa payment option and able to see how we can help each other so that we finish this year strong and very beneficial. Some of you follow me on YouTube, okay? Those that don't follow me on YouTube, I welcome you to my YouTube channel. I have over 40 videos, okay? 40 videos that can help you develop yourself in different aspects in business, career, and personal finance. So after this session, I think one of the key steps you should really do is to basically do what? Is to go to my YouTube channel and be able to learn, okay? I want to just share with you the link so you can be able to subscribe. Please make sure you subscribe. What happens when you subscribe is every time I am able to put a video there, and by the way, the recording of this video will also go to this video will also go to where? Will also go to this YouTube channel. So in case you want to watch a replay of this or you came in late and you missed some things, just make sure you subscribe to that YouTube channel just immediately. So that, and then also other videos that I do, I'll post them on. I do usually like weekly videos that I post on this channel. So make sure that you go to that channel and subscribe. I've shared it in the chat box here. Somebody says, I missed the MTN line. The MTN line is 256 78 360 2218. 256 78 360 2218. I've just shared it in the chat box, so you should be able to get it and you should be able to see how to connect with me. Even if you're not jumping onto this program, I would ask you to just connect me, just give me a WhatsApp and I'll add you to, I have a WhatsApp group where I do share some of these learning opportunities. So just send me on a WhatsApp on what I shared, and then I'll add you to my contact list and add you to that group where I usually share a lot of information around business, career, and personal finance, so that at the end of the day, we can remain in touch. Maybe you may jump on this program on another time, another day, but at least just keep in touch. I'm also a career coach. Some of you have been part of my programs. And I'm currently also running a program where if you need to grow in your career, if you need to grow very fast in your career, you can be able to jump in there, and we can be able to help you. I also do one-on-one trainings and coaching sessions. You may not want to be part of, let's say, the training that I'm holding, but you may want to actually reach out to me on an individual basis, okay? So I charge 100,000 for coaching sessions that I hold, okay? I charge 100,000 for each coaching session I hold with you. We're able to go through for 2 hours, just break through everything that you need in that journey. Then I'm able to help you as well, either on career, life, business, and so on. I also encourage you to visit my website. It's www.samuelivanda.com. And there is a lot. Why you need to visit there is I have lots of articles right there that can help you grow as an individual. So I'm just going to share also the link to that website, so that once in a while, once I post an article, you can easily find ways of how to cross there, and see what I keep sharing there. If you feel you need more confidence in your decision, or maybe we've never met, you've never interacted with me, so you may want to know more about me, my website can also give you more information about me. You'll be able to read more articles about me, you'll be able to read many things about me, and also connect with me on different other social media program, like platforms. I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm on different platforms. If you want to connect with me, just go and Google Coach Samuel Ivanda. Coach Samuel Ivanda, it will be able to bring you different options of where you can really find me, okay? Otherwise, it's been a pleasure to be part of this. I'll just take a few questions, and I'll be able to close this, okay? So somebody says, thank you so much, Samuel. Thank you so much. Thanks so much, everyone who is part of this. Somebody says, balancing between employment, work, and my alternative income generating venture. Now, I just want to speak about balancing, okay? Because it's very critical, and I think many people have struggled on this aspect. So what I want to say that has helped me, and I want to share with you what has helped me, is if you want to balance your time, especially with your job. Now, your job gives you time between 8 to 5, or maybe 9 to 5. Some of you work in banks where you work a little longer, but I believe you have at least some time on you, okay? Maybe it could be a weekend, could be evenings that you can actually do something that can basically bring you an amount of money. So I would ask you that try to utilize that amount of time that you have on you, the free time, but also look for alternative ways of making money that don't require you to be physically there, okay? And that's what we call the passive income, okay? And I'll give you different investment portfolios that you can look at. And it could be through those indirect ones, but you could also have a partner, like a business partner. Some of the businesses that I run, I have business partners, okay? And these business partners understand these things much better. They're able to create time for them even better than I do, okay? And at the end of the day, I'm earning because I put some amount of money there, and my money is bringing in more money, okay? Don't want to work alone, you get it? And then the other thing is you can employ somebody and put the right structures, okay, to be able to supervise these people. I think those are some of the things that I'll be sharing when it comes to my trainings, okay? Because I want to help you not just start, but I want for you to be successful in your idea. So I'll be able to share with you those different things that you can do to even work when you have a limited amount of time, okay? But there are different things that you can really do. Myself, I'm an accountant, and I have one of the busiest schedules, okay? And I'm doing several things, okay? Some of you are part of my CPA training, some of you are part of my accounting trainings, some of you are part of my coaching sessions and so on, but I'm able to create time. By the way, like I said, it's about sacrifice. Sometimes it's about sacrifice. Like for example, right now, I would be resting, I would be taking coffee, I would be maybe having good time with my family, but because I have to create something that can give me an amount of money, I have to step out of my comfort zone and use this time. I've had a very busy day, meetings here and there, but that I cannot rest until I know I've done something that I have control, like I've built something that have some element of control. The 9 to 5, I have a contract with somebody which they can terminate at any point in time. Now, whatever I create beyond 5, okay, is something that I have control. So I'm basically building, I'm trying to build an alternative to the 9 to 5, okay? So it's about sacrifice, by the way. It's not very easy. It's about sacrifice. And then, of course, one of the other questions that was asked, one of the other questions that was asked, somebody was asking something here, but I'm eager to critically understand independence, financing, and different projects. One can stress freely start up to add like a side hustle. I think I've hinted on that. Learning basics of quitting a single source of income. At least I've also given you ideas of how you can, what other sources of income that you can look at and increase your income. Somebody says more tips or highlighting will be needed on alternative to keeping your money in the bank. An employee. Now these ones I'll be sharing them within my program of how to start, how to manage your personal finances. This I usually handle it within how to manage your personal finances and grow your wealth. Okay, so you can be able to think about different alternatives. I already gave examples to that, and I said you can invest your money in unit trusts. You can think about treasury bills and bonds. You can think about different things. I also have insurance policies I signed up. Like I think you've seen Prudential, UAP, Britam, trying to give you opportunities to, let's say, do life insurance. I have different policies that I've signed up, and I want to tell you that they are beneficial. For example, I have a policy where I save only 200,000 shillings per month, okay? And for me, I've gotten used because I've saved now, this is coming, I think, to my second year, and I've gotten used over it. And at the end of the day, they tell me after 5 years, I'll be able to get, I think they'll be able to give me over 14.4 million, okay? And that 14.4 million is some good amount of money, okay? I know if I had put this 200,000 in something else, it would have been much better. But I want to tell you that on your journey to financial independence, you have to spread your risk, okay? And put some money in less risky areas. So I know that my 200,000 there, it may not be making a lot of money, but at least it is a bit safe. I know that after 5 years, even when I want to, let's say, jump into self-employment, I can get that money, add on to, let's say, other things, other savings that I've made in other platforms, and I can be able to get started, okay? So that is very important. So I'll be able to share more about how to create an emergency fund, how to invest in different platforms and so on, okay? Yeah, so that is what I can say. And then let me just try to look through and see WhatsApp. I already shared my WhatsApp number. Some of us, our networks aren't wide, or maybe yours may be difficult to tap into your networks. How does one build a great network? I think I already spoke about the personal brand. I'll be able to maybe help you on that, but I've also shared with you my contact, so you can be able to reach out to me. I think as Simire Xavier says, thank you, sir, for the program. I appreciate your innovative and efforts to help us financial independence. It's my pleasure. Baiga says, inspiring. Thank you so much, Baiga. I think at one point in time, I was sharing my contact with you independently. Thanks so much, everyone. I missed your MTN line. I already shared that. Thanks so much. I'll connect with you further, Coach Samuel. So much inspired. Thank you so much, Samuel, for the great coaching and mentoring program. Much appreciated. Yeah. So I've been able to answer most of the questions. Just in case you have any more other information, especially about this program, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Just make sure you save my number so that you don't lose any, or follow me on different social media platforms. And make sure you check out my website and learn more about from my YouTube. Let's just remain in touch. I believe there's something that I can share with you, and I believe I can also learn from you as well. So that is my contact. Reach out to me. All those other people that are part of this, I would just love to know what is your takeaway from the lesson. Just drop it in the chat box here, what is your great takeaway as you even end this session? In case you're watching this from Facebook, let me just try to check if we have any questions coming from Facebook so I can answer them. But I want to take this pleasure to thank you so much for joining through and for being part of this conversation. I know that it's a sacrifice for you to be part of this, but I believe that every day once we learn, once we create such time to develop ourselves, it even helps us much better to increase our financial, of course, independence as well. So thanks so much. Like I said, it's been this is Samuel Evander, who is your coach. Maybe just to leave my contacts here as well. As you can see the contacts on the screen. Don't hesitate to reach out to me for anything. My email there is coachsamuel@samuelevander.com. Let's have the conversation. Let's see how we can help each other. Follow me on Facebook, follow me on LinkedIn, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram as well. You can also join one of my Facebook groups. Maybe I could just share a link here to those that are still part of this. I run a Facebook group called Business and Career Solutions Hub Africa, where I have, like I said, we have different people who are on a similar journey like you, okay? So I'll just share it. I know because of different challenges, you may not be able to connect to Facebook, but click on that link and connect there. Some of the trainings I've done are actually posted on that group, so you can find more information about that. So just click on the link and it will take you to the group. Click join and be part of it, okay? So it's good for you to continuously learn. Otherwise, thank you so much for being part of this session. It's a pleasure. Please just drop what you think is your takeaway from the class. It helps me to learn more about you. Otherwise, I wish you all the best, and let's continue to see how we can create multiple income streams for ourselves and help our families as well as, of course, our next generation, okay? So it's been yours, Samuel Evander, your coach, and always here to inspire you and help you to grow and, of course, become a much better person. So thank you so much. It's my pleasure to have this conversation, and I look forward to seeing you part of my next programs to see how you can become much better. So thanks so much, and God bless you. Bye-bye.